everybody. It's Melissa Martinez with the Pulaski County Health Department here, and it is Friday, so you know what that means. It means we're talking all things fitness. It's Fit Friday. So, guys, I have the blessing today of sitting down with Laurel Nutter. She lives here in Pulaski County, and she's a neat person. I want to talk about the very first time I met her, which was back in, we had our very first Frog Hill race in 2014, and I think you ran it in 2015, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you ran our half marathon, and she received the prestigious award of getting the lantern, which is being the light at the end of the tunnel that we give out for our very last finisher. And I got to tell you, that really stuck with me. I remember you crossing the finish line because it was quite an epic finish. You had worked super, super hard for that. So that's the first time I ever met you. And let's talk about that. Where were you? What made you decide to train for the Frog Hill Half? And what happened after the Frog Hill Half? Because I didn't kind of reconnect with you until a few months ago.
I had been wanting to do a marathon or a half marathon. So my husband said, if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. So I started training, probably not enough, but he told me, he says, I promise I'll pick you up if you can't finish it. My granddaughter, who is a runner, she's a cross-country runner for one of the high schools in Springfield. She said, Grandma, I'll do the 10K with you. And I said, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do the half. I'm going to go all the way.
Wow.
And I just started one foot in front of the other when the race started. And it was the most thrilling thing I'd done in a long time. I was fit. I was a lot fitter than I am now. I weighed about 135, 140 pounds. But crossing that finish line and the ladies, they helped me cross. It was just the most rewarding, satisfying feeling. If you don't do it, you don't really, I guess, know how it feels. Mm-hmm. It was just, I cried. I hugged everybody that wanted to hug me. I didn't care. Yeah. I was just happy.
That was an epic finish.
It was just something that I had wanted to do, and I set out and I did it.
So, for those of you who do not know Frog Hill, our Frog Hill Half, we love our Frog Hill Half, but it's definitely a challenging course. It's got some pretty mean hills. So, you didn't just complete a half marathon, you completed the Frog Hill Half Marathon. So kudos to you for that. And then I kind of saw you on and off, and now here we are. Let's fast forward to 2021, and let's talk about your fitness journey. What happened between 2014 and 2021?
Well, when I ran that half marathon, I didn't realize how bad my knee was, my right knee. And it just got worse and worse to where I couldn't even walk. I mean, I limped, it cracked and popped, and it would hang, and it was bring me to tears. And sometimes I just couldn't walk. And I was like, I can't live like this. I am an active person. So I went to the doctor, and of course he said, it's bone on bone, and you're not going to have any life unless you have it replaced. So I had it replaced, and then I went through menopause for a year or maybe a year and a half, and I just gained weight and gained weight and gained weight. And I don't know so much if I felt sorry for myself, but afraid to get restarted because I knew how hard it was going to be. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is just the way my life is. And it got to a point where, no, this isn't how my life is supposed to be. I have 12 grandchildren that I love to do things with, and I couldn't do that. So I started back in September at a gym with a coach, and she helped me along the way. And then I decided, well, maybe I can do this on my own.
Was it September of 2020 then that you started back?
Yes.
Okay. So kind of tell us what went on between, that's almost 7-year difference. What happened between 14 and 2020 when you came back? It was 6-year difference. I guess what I'm saying is, what motivated you? What was the one thing that said, okay, this is the time, this is now, I've got to get back to doing this?
It was in September. From the Frog Hill Half Marathon, I kept running. It was running off and on and walking. I tried different trainers. I tried different things. And my knee just got to where it finally gave out. I went to a CrossFit gym, and I was doing CrossFit, which I really liked. but my knee just wouldn't, in 2000, probably, I think I had it done in 2000, it's been 2 years. So 2018,
Oh, okay.
I'd back it up. I'd had reconstruction surgery on my knee. I had it, all the stuff cleaned out, because I was running when I popped my, meniscus in half and tore everything inside my kneecap out. There was nothing
Oh,
left.
my.
So, I kept running. I would go get shots every year. Sometimes it would last 2. And the last ones, they didn't even last a week. And the last one they gave me, I was in tears because it felt like it just went straight to the bone. And when I had it x-rayed, they didn't even have to do an MRI. It was bone on bone. And he said, it's already started to deteriorate your bone. And he said, I said, well, I've got this, and this to do. I want to run a 5K before I do it. I want to go on vacation. I've got some stuff to do with my grandkids. He goes, no, you got 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So July of 2018, I had a complete knee replacement. It was scary. And I guess from there till 2020, I probably babied it more than I should have. I did all the care I needed to do, but it was just stiff. And when I walked, it would swell up and it would hurt. And I didn't want to mess with it. And I was like, well, I can't do this anymore. This is the way my life's going to be. And then I realized, no, my life doesn't have to be like this. And my husband's a great supporter. He supports me in everything I try to do. And he would try to get me to go outside and walk. And he said, just walk as far as you can. I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's not the way I am. And he was right as usual. And so when I started walking, and then I joined a gym and started weights, and a lot of squats, a lot of push-ups, and
Wow.
I couldn't do them hardly at all, but I tried. And then I went out on my own for a while. And then I started going to the gym Parabellum for conditioning and strength training. And then somebody said, well, do Olympic weightlifting. I'm like, okay. So I started that in November, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe it was January. Maybe it was 2020 that I started it.
Okay.
And I've been there 2 months and I just love it. I love it. And when I was at the other gym, we did the 5K. That's when I saw you. Everybody was in pink. Excuses are useless. Wonderful program. Wonderful girls. But I needed something 5 days a week, 7 days a week that would push me.
Mm-hmm.
And not that she didn't push me, but I'm not good with doing it on my own, or I wasn't at that time. So I needed that extra push on the weekends. And when I got to do the 75 hard, that was just the push I needed. And if anybody doesn't know what 75 hard is, it's 75 days of two outdoor 45-minute workouts. One has to be outdoors. One can be indoors. Doesn't matter if it's rain, sleet, snow. You have to do it. I did my walks when it was 27 below and snow on the ground. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to read a self-help book, 10 pages a day, take a photo every day. I think it was 5 tasks. And then
no cheat meals. You have to stick to a diet. No cheat
no
meals.
alcohol. And we have parties in our house, and people drink. And I was one of them. But when I started that day 1 on January 4th, no more. And, I thought, oh, man, this is going to be the hardest part because everybody's going to be drinking around. You know what? It's not. It's really not. I've gone to comedy clubs. I've gone to places where everybody's drinking, but I'm not. And I have great friends that supported me in that. So I made it 75 days. Actually, I'm still doing it because I don't know how to get off. I don't know how to get off the merry-go-round.
And that's the wonderful thing about it, because I actually printed off what you posted because I was so impressed with it. You said I walked outside in rain, sleet, snow, bitter below zero weather, but I did it. Oh yeah, no cheat meals, no alcohol for 75 days. See, and this is what I love that you wrote. See, I needed to change myself to be a better, healthier, and happier person. I feel amazing. It won't stop here. I want to thank Jay Teagues for allowing me into the group. I was amazing. It was amazing. All I can say is thank you. This program is amazing. And what I love about programs like that and people like you is because you finished that program, but then you came over to our 45 to Fit program that we've got going on. And you're doing that in conjunction with your 75 hard. But what I love is that you are not the same person who started the program. You came out of the 75 hard totally changed because I knew you before, and I'm on the group page to try to motivate and encourage. And I was watching you, and I was deeply impressed. I mean, I watched you go outside when it was super cold. You're bundled up. Most people wouldn't do that, and when you graduated that and you didn't give up, I mean, you came out a warrior. You may have gone in a little meek mouse, but you came out a warrior. And then you are now on our 45 to Fit page, and you are helping people on there succeed in the same way that people helped you succeed. So you're kind of passing it on. Can you kind of talk about how encouragement has been the key to your success, and about how groups, whatever type of group you can get in, was key?
It is key because everyone in there is wanting to do the same as you want to do. No one judges you. It's only encouragement. Never once has anyone been down on someone, or even if someone quit or had to restart, you got this, you've got this, you can do this. I use a lot of emojis because I just learned to do it. So I think they're cool. It just makes you happy. It makes you happy, and you want to help other people. You said it best last Saturday. I'm a content person. I use the word happy, but I am content because it made me happy. And I didn't get there with just 75 hard and 45 fit. God was with me there every step of the way. Let me tell you, I had a lot of conversations with God along the way. I mean, praise the Lord. He helped me through it. He goes, no, you can't quit. No, you can't quit. And I'm like, nope, I can't quit. And my husband would say, it's not going to matter if you do it. I said, nope, 45 minutes outside in the snow coming down hard, I'm going to do it. And I did. I said, just come and find me if I don't come home in 45 minutes, because I might have went down the ravine. But I don't listen to anything else. I don't take my phone. I don't listen to any music. I use that time to think and meditate and gather my thoughts, because I have so many going through my head from this that it's just hard to put it all together into one thing. It's just, there's so many facets to this that has changed me and changed my outlook that it's just impossible to name them all.
So let's talk about that, because we always look at these programs, we look at as our goal of being say weight loss or something like that. But really at the end of the day, these transformations that are taking place in the mind are really is what the amazing thing is. I mean, people can see this outside has changed, but what they don't see is what's changed up here. And only the changes up here are what's going to be key to your long-term success. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%. Yes. It changes you, the way you see people. I used to be probably one, I'd hate to say that I was a judgmental person, but in the scheme of things, probably not harsh, but they're blah, blah, blah. And I've changed that. It's hard to change. It is. If people say, oh, well, you changed overnight. No, I didn't change overnight. This has been a work in progress. And people are hurting out there. COVID happened. I had COVID in November. And then I had the after effects of it. And still to this day, sometimes I'm thinking, well, is that COVID? I thought I had food poisoning a couple of weeks ago, and that was hard. I was sitting in a chair going, I've got 2 more. I used to have a gallon of 16.9 ounce water bottles, and I would fill them in the morning, and I would take one. When I finished one, I'd put it over to the side and finish it. So when I was done, I knew I was done. And it helped me because I would psych myself out with that water. And I had 2 bottles left, and I had 10 pages to read. And it was not a pretty sight, but you know what? I did it. I did it. A lot of praying, a lot of self-talk, a lot of just getting it done. And I wouldn't have done that 6 months ago. I would have just said, oh, I'm sick. I can't do this.
Right.
Even when COVID was going on, my husband and I were working out. Praise the Lord, we didn't have it as bad as some people. I mean, we had a very light case, but we both had it at the same time over Thanksgiving. So it's just consistency, discipline, heart.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to mention something here too. The hashtag that they use for the 75 hard, and it's also the one that we use for our 45 to fit program, is do hard things. And I think that people, hard things, once you start doing them, hard things become easy. And then so if you need to constantly be looking for something harder and harder and harder, and that's how you grow. So when a hard thing becomes easy, then you do something harder, and when that thing becomes easy, you do something harder, and that's how you continue to grow. And I know that's both of these programs are kind of prefaced on that, kind of stepping it up to where you like you said, you don't change overnight. These are changes day by day by day by day. But I want to ask you, so where are you going to go from here?
I'm going to do 45 to fit. It's over the 15th of April?
Yeah, I think day's number 24. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to do 75 hard, even though I'm not doing it by calendar. I'm doing it every day because April 5th, I'm going to start phase 1. You have to add in 3 more tasks and take a 5-minute cold shower. That's going to teach me a lot, but I've read up on it and it's very beneficial to you, they say.
Yes.
So, and I've talked to other people that's gone through the phase 1 and so they've helped me a lot to understand, and it's going to challenge me, but I'm up for the challenge. I love the challenge. And then when 45 to fit is over, I'm going to keep doing that too. I love both programs. Both programs helped me. Yesterday I was in a funk. I did my workouts, but I did not feel like it was my potential. I was very hard on myself. I was down on myself, and the people in 45 to fit said, no, it's going to be okay. You're going to get through it. You're going to go through it. And I knew I had to just work through it. I wanted to cry all day. I just wanted to just sit down and feel sorry for myself and go, nope, this is it. Yeah. I've hit the wall. But you know what? That wall fell down.
That's right.
I kept going. I kept going and going and going, and it fell down. So,
I love that you said that. As a running coach, I kind of parallel everything back to running. And I made the analogy last night on that page that a lot of times, I've seen runners quit, if life, say, is a marathon race, at 26.2 miles, I've seen, runners drop out when really all they needed to do, if they could have just pushed forward to that next aid station, if they could have just pushed forward to that next crowd of cheerleaders that would have inspired them to go on. But sometimes we quit just feet below where we're going to where we're going to make that, we're going to topple over the mountain. And so I love that you said that, but that comes from experience. We learn that if we just press on, tomorrow's a new day. We just got to get through and sometimes not look at the whole race, just break it down. Right.
Right. Because in the past I would have just said, okay, that's it. And, but not this time.
You just said, I just got to make it through this day by day by day.
One step at a time.
Hey, Laurel, yes. Let's talk about something, because I think this is awesome. There's people out there watching right now that are saying, I'm too old, I'm too this. You're 62 years old. And by the way, you look amazing. And you definitely, you're like me. I think mentally you and I are both, what, about 20, 21, maybe 13 sometimes. Yeah. But, I attribute that to physical activity. And like we said before, we talked about the fact that we're content, and contentment is also learned, and exercise helps that time alone, mental. And so you're 62.
Yes. Let's talk to that in 2 months.
Let's talk to that person out there. You've had you've gone through menopause. You've had a full knee replacement. What can you say to that person out there who is coming up with excuses of why they cannot do the 45 to fit, the 75 hard, or any other program that they want to start?
I was talking to a neighbor yesterday, actually, and they said, stop what you're doing. You're gonna disappear. And I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna disappear. And he said, well, I really need to get out there and do it. He said, I don't know how you do it. I said, I do it one step at a time. Mm-hmm. What I can tell women my age, or even men, it's never too late. I've seen people older than me running races. And I don't feel 62. I don't know what 62 is supposed to feel like. So, if somebody knows, let me know. But I've seen some that I don't want to be there. I want to be able to be healthy, strong, motivated. It's just a way of life for me now. And what I can say is if you do one of these programs, maybe start with 45 to Fit and then do 75 hard. 45 to Fit is a great program. I really love it. It gives you foundations to build on. If you want to keep doing 45 to Fit, if that fits in your realm, then keep doing it. Don't stop just at one phase of 45 to Fit. Do another 45 and another 45 and another 45, because that group that you're in is your source. It's your power. It's your support. It's there for you when you're down, and you're there for them when they're down, or when they're up. You celebrate the challenges with them. You celebrate the outcomes with them. You pick them up when they're down. It's a great program. I had a friend that says, well, I don't know if I can commit to it. I said, just one day at a time. You're not going to know it until you try. You just have to try. And I want everyone to feel like I do. I don't want to, preach, but God gave us this one life. And he always tells you what you do with it is what you do with it. He's there for you. He picks you up and he dusts you off. He's there when you cry. He's there when you have problems. I'm not the person. I am a person that's had family problems. One of my daughters just got through having cancer. She had breast cancer, had a mastectomy, went through that. Her husband's now going through a bunch of stuff. He fell 25 feet off a rope, but he was perfectly fit. And if anybody knows that there's a fit person and you're down, it's hard on you mentally and physically. And they're there to pick each other up. Just don't stop. Don't stop living. Live your life, but live it with a quality that you want to live it with. Everyone knows, if you sit down and think about your goals, and they call them goals. I call them what I want to be, what I want to do, where I want to be at now in the future. I don't look behind me anymore, because that's not me anymore. That's a form of me, but I got rid of her. This is me now. And what in my past helped me to get to my present. What's in my present is going to help me go into the future. And just sit down and think about what you want to do. Maybe you don't want to do a marathon. I do. Maybe you just want to be healthy. Okay, get out and walk. Just walk. Or I couldn't even do a crunch. That's how bad it got. And now I do sit-ups with weights.
Wow.
It's just, you have to find that mindset and that heart to start doing it 1 second, 1 minute, 30 minutes, an hour, every day, 7 days a week, and read self-help books. I have read so many books in the last 75 days. It's phenomenal. Yesterday when I was in a funk, we're reading The Slight Edge and 45 to Fit. And I'm reading it slow so I can get it down, because I had it before. I read it before, but I read through it real quick. And so I've been taking my time with it. And it had to do with what was my problem yesterday, which I thought was ironic. And I think I put it on the 45 to Fit group thing yesterday. And it did. It just right when it says you're gonna have obstacles. Just work through them. Don't stop. If you stop, you fall off that curve.
That's
and
right.
if you fall off that curve, get back up.
That's right.
Get back up.
I agree with that. Hey, Laurel, I really, really, really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, guys. I think the takeaway from this is that you're never too old to start. Start where you are with what you have, but you got to get started. Start with 1 step, go to 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, day by day, but determine before you take that first step that you're going to see it through to the finish, no matter how hard it is. So Laurel, I thank you so much. Guys, if you want more information on our programs, you can call me here at the Health Department, 573-736-2217. You can check out our Facebook page, our Healthy Futures Pulaski County. You can go to our Pulaski County Health Center page, or the 45 to fit or 75 hard. So, and we have a lot of volunteers, a lot of great staff, a lot of great encouragers, such as Laurel, who will be there to encourage you. And we just thank you guys so much. We hope you have a fantastic day. And I hope that something that she said has resonated with you. Laurel, thank you so much. And we will be tracking your progress.
Thank you. And thank you, because you've been a big motivator for me. So,
girl, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye, guys.